The marble doors have been sealed shut. I think that's the Potsdam? Perhaps. Just gonna... Alright, yeah, that's the end of this area. Take a look all the way back. What are those things called? Mausoleums? I believe so. Now on the other side of the street, we have the Wayward Hotel. Go ahead and look around. Nothing out here for us to notice. A pretty cheap looking sign for such an uptown establishment. The door is locked. Reflections make the lobby seem more spacious than it actually is. The PTA bake sale is on Friday. Ledger of names, the last being Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe.
Stephen.
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses. This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then, the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses? As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as...
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join. And join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
Losses.
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them. As owner of the only hotel in town, I do my best to accommodate any hobo who straggles into town, vacancies permitting.
Very charitable.
As yet another pilgrim who aspires to join the Order of the Harvest Moon, I do what I can to support their agenda.
And what agenda is that?
None of your concern, young man. Unless you decide to join them.
Bye-bye.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
Me too. Alright. Go on to examine the radio. A somewhat ponderous console radio invokes an earlier era. I believe we can go farther. We cannot. Yep. There you go. There's the Wayward Hotel. Mr. Moynimer. Huh. And on the other side, we have the Shady Oaks mortuary. A professionally kept landscape of beauty. The hideous symbol stands out like a swastika or a flattened spider. Same thing, almost. These votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. Those dear to us who have passed recently, Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe. Go ahead and take that. Schedule of this week's funerary events. A pair of comfortable-looking sofas. Ooh, nice color. Let's check out this area. What's up? What's up, Mr. Moynihan, who is literally everywhere?
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. I have the feeling your innards shall soon adorn my slab, and I'd rather not know the face of the meat I'm slicing.
Okay.
I'd say it's been...
That was nice. These are organic things floating in formaldehyde in these jars. The sort of things that can make you want to look away before you can really see what they are, but your eyes won't oblige. A disembodied organ which is never meant to pump formaldehyde. The fan's whirring blades barely stir the stench-laden air. What do we have here? On the counter sits a new tube of astroglue. A very nasty looking sink. Yes, I assure you, mortuaries are not this poorly kept. The messy remains of some poor soul. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and check out the chapel. Rows and rows of empty wooden pews caked with the dust of indifference. An exquisite chandelier. The imprint, the head, buttocks, and sliding heels are scraped into the thick dust of the pew. A saint kneels before a shepherd, jubilantly terrified. A hauntingly beautiful stained glass window in which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. A saint kneels again. A small lectern for a priest. Empty vessel for the dead. Let's see, is that everything? Out of curiosity, I'm going to go back to the Wayward, see if something works. Let's go ahead and take our pen and use it on the ledger.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. That did not work. Alright, now we have... Ooh, let's go check out the abandoned house, since we've already spoken about the wasp woman. She might be my favorite, now that I think about it. Examine the inbox. Shield shut with wasp. Sealed shut. Shield shut. From the sound of it, these cabinets are infested with wasps. Some nice little wasps over here. Rather colorful picture of a wasp. I believe that's it. The nest. A wasp nest. Alright.
It's not often that I get visitors.
Oh.
I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest call me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice, and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Here we go. Here comes the most philosophical part of this game.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee, the wasp is a joy to behold. Beautiful and juicy.
Okay.
Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
Wasps.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely, the most relentless of insects. Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure. Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful welt, an act of love.
In case you were curious what it felt like.
When a
To
bee
sacrifice.
stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
Harvest? Have we covered harvest?
A triviality.
Oh, okay. What about Stephanie?
A triviality.
Damn it. I know we missed something.
It's not often that I get visitors.
You're my fave! Okay, never mind. Okay, and there's nothing else in here for us. There you go. There is the wasp woman. I'm just gonna... What? That's not what I meant to do. Just gonna check our inventory. And let's go over this again. We have a permission slip for meat, a Ranger autograph, a pen,